What's up, y'all? It's your girl D Footwork. Today we're going to discuss a couple of Jordan GRs that really started to change the sneaker game this year. Because I remember y'all said sneakers was dead. Before we get started with all of that, yes, I am new to YouTube, but I am not new to the shoe game. This is a long awaited channel. I've been working on getting the channel started, and this will be my first video. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe to your girl. I'm going to be dropping a couple of videos like this where we're just reviewing shoes. I'll be dropping some mall vlogs for pickups on release day. And I'm also going to be dropping some podcasts. In 2024, shoes were sitting. They were dogging Nike. They really were. But once we start seeing the lineup in 2024 for what was dropping in 2025, everybody was just like shook. So it started off a little quiet, but then things started sparking up. This first one that I'm going to show you is what really set it off. And it's funny because this specific retro has never been popular. This has always been something for the OG. Nobody's really checking for this specific retro. But at the same time, this was an OG colorway. I remember they dropped when I was in middle school. Based off of the description, I'm pretty sure y'all can tell what I'm talking about because it's the first one that really made some noise. Based off the box, you should be able to tell. You got the Jordan 5. Colorway is black, white, metallic, silver. Open up the box. Check out the shoe. You got the paper. Let's take one out. These are really nice. I can't even lie. I don't wear 5s like that, but if there was any 5 that I would wear, it would definitely be these. I don't know if Jordan Brand has always wrapped up their 5s like that. We haven't had these since like 8th grade. I think these dropped when I was in the 8th grade. Yeah, these nice, not gonna lie. Got the Nike Air on the back. You got the red Jumpman. You got the tongue. You got the extra black laces. My favorite part of every shoe is this hang tag. Now, I remember when they used to give us real dog tags, like military tags, but you know, they done got cheap and the retail price done got higher. You know how they do. But they did add something in here. Like I said, I don't wear 5s like that. So I'm not sure if all of them have had like this little protective covering, I guess, to protect that reflective. I'm not even sure why this would be here, but I know all the pairs had this. I'm not sure if they just started this year or if it's because of the OG or special drop. I'm not sure if they'll be on all of the 5s this year, but we're going to see. It's a nice pair. Honestly, it's a nice pair. I can't even deny. If I got them as a gift, would I keep them? Of course. Because right now, the only 5s that I own are the Raptor 5s, and that's because it was a gift. I don't give any gifts away. Now, I want to actually talk about how this shoe release actually went, because I feel like a lot of people would sleep. Only the old heads wear 5s, we don't rock 5s, and then everybody switched up their story on release day. Because I secured a couple pairs of these from JD Sports, I think from Foot Locker. Shoe Palace had some, I got some there, and I got some from Sheep. Nobody was really, quote unquote, checking for them until they took that L on Sneakers App that day. And then all of a sudden, everybody was outside squirming, trying to find them. I really feel like it took a while for people's L's to sit in with these. They had to really realize Nike wasn't finna drop 500K, 300K like they had been doing in 2024. And this taught people a lesson about what 2025 was about to look like. And I think they learned that lesson. Which leads me to the next shoe that I want to talk about. I kind of already knew this shoe was going to do something. I actually had a little bit more faith in this shoe than I did on the metallics. But I feel like everybody had learned a lesson. Like, not only was I going after the shoe, everybody else was going after the shoe because they wasn't finna sit there and take 2 L's. They had already took an L on metallics. They wasn't finna take an L on these. But just by what I'm saying, y'all should already know what these are. You already know the hood loves 12s. So I was outside. Most definitely outside for these. Here we go. We got the Air Jordan 12 Retro Black Varsity Red. I like the way these was wrapped too. I feel like Nike doing a little something different with the wrapping this time. Wow. So people was outside for the 12s, but I feel like the 12s was even more limited than the 5s. So even though people was outside, really the only way that you was hitting these was JD Sports exclusive access, being up early at 5 o'clock in the morning, which a lot of people not trying to do. They like to just get up and feel like they should go get the shoe Everybody feels like they should have the shoe because they have money. People was really getting their feelings about this one. And like I said, I feel like it's because they wasn't trying to take 2 L's. But you got to think about it. You had the bread ones drop. And a lot of people's hearts was broken about that because that was way more limited than they ever thought. And it didn't help that the stores was throwing these exclusive releases and you just got to see all this fancy stuff and you couldn't even touch the shoe. Then you had the phone posits, which is a lot of people's grails, and they couldn't even get them the second time around, and they were so convinced they would. Then you had the metallic fives drop, and people was like, okay, we even finna have that energy for GRs. Like, it's finna be that for GRs. It's not just finna be for the exclusive stuff. And you got to think, right before these drop, I want to say right before these drop, Union Ones and did an early release. They dropped some invoices that could be afterward. I might be spacing out, but you got to think it's a lot of salty people that are really upset because they've missed out on like 6 releases already, and we are barely into March. So people was outside for these for sure. This is gonna be the one that they cop. This is gonna be the one that they cop. I mean, if you got out early, I feel like you could have got these. I feel like a lot of people slept on these. So I don't think. I feel like if I'm thinking about it, I feel like more people got these than got these, and that's only because of the effort that they put out for these. They came outside for these because they already knew what time it was, but they still sleep on the fives. They didn't know what time it was for the fives. Now, I want to talk about resale on both of these pair because that's really what the story is. So when the Jordan 5s came out, they came out, let's see, 2/8/25. So they came out February 8th. When they first dropped, if we go look around 2/8, they were like 270, 280. This is a size 9.5, same size that I have. So they was at like 270, 280. Once the next couple of days dropped, you see the drop in price. Everybody was pretty much predicting that. What we weren't predicting was that spike in price after a couple of weeks after the drop, because we was on to the next one and the price literally kept going up. Even after a couple of restocks, the price still was up there. So I predict the flu games will probably be the same way because right now the flu games are going through the same thing. If we go over to flu games, they just dropped on March the 1st. Okay. Now the prices now are like 270, 280, bigger sizes. Same thing that happened with the metallic files is about to happen with flu games. The exact same thing. So it's really just a pattern. But this really shows you how market held up with even all the stock that was out there. This really shows you what's really out there, what people are really paying for it. And then that's without taxes and fees. When I add on taxes and fees, like what's it, size 12. If I try to buy now, when I add on taxes, before I even add everything, I'm already at 314, and that's before the final fees. So we're gonna go over resale a lot in my videos because it's gonna tell you whether you can get your hands on a pair or not, whether you're reselling them or whether you're trying to put them on the toe. Knowing what the market is doing is gonna tell you when it's time to buy, when it's time to wait, when it's time to hold. So based off of these two shoes, I really do see sneakers going in a totally opposite direction than they were going in 2024. I feel like that new Nike CEO is back. He ain't playing. He seen everything that they did wrong. He coming back to correct it. We're going to see. A lot of people started to realize what time it was when these dropped. Like, it lets you know it wasn't just going to be exclusive heat that was selling out like it kind of was in 2024. I feel like the next big GR that we're probably going to have is white cement 4s. I feel like the 9's gonna do a little something. I don't feel like they're gonna make no noise like food games or like metallics, honestly. I think that's gonna be a pretty easy cop, like a 2024 release. But don't sleep too long on them because they might just sell out too. But I do feel like the next big release is gonna be white cement 4. Now, before we go, I did want to go ahead and review another item that I had. It's a pretty exclusive item. It's the first time ever that it's been made. So from the looks of it, it looks like Bun B has collabed with New Era and the Better Generation, and they released the first ever cowboy hat, New Era cowboy hat. Let me give y'all a good close up of that. You got H-Town in the front, you got the New Era tag on the side. I definitely like it. Grabbed it from Better Generation today. Oh, you got the New Era in the inside. I see it moving. These retail for $80 if you ask me. That's a little high. But I see the vision. Quick little pickup from Better Generation. Shout out Better Generation. interested to see how this is gonna go, how demand is, because it is rodeo time in Houston. So they dropped this at the perfect time. Marketing team was on it for these. So I definitely do want to see, how this goes. I got a large, and I'm glad I got a large because when I put this on my head, it was it wasn't too big. I thought it would be too big because they have two sizes. You can get a large, extra large, or you can get a medium large. But yeah, definitely glad I grabbed this because even if I have like my hair done or my hair down, I could see it being a little too small. That's gonna be all, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna have a couple of videos coming up. I'm gonna have a video coming up about all of the sneaker releases for 2025 because I know dates are getting moved around and it might be a little bit harder to keep up with. I'm gonna have a video about a little bit more of the exclusive drops, like that 7-day span of SBs dropping, Unions dropping, and then Nigel's dropping. Yeah, definitely gonna do a video about all the exclusive heat that's gonna be dropping. I'll have mall vlogs for pickups. We got the stores coming out this weekend, I want to say. Then you got the nines coming out the next weekend. So I'm gonna do mall vlogs, show you what's in the malls, and then I'm gonna have some podcasts for you for just sneaker talk. So that wraps up the first video, y'all. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe for more content. D Field Work.